Hey guys, welcome back to What Would Daria Wear. If you're new here, I usually focus on lifestyle, beauty, and fashion. And today I'm focusing on something a little different. I am a plant mom and I have about 25 plants, 25 plus plants, and I want to talk all things plants. I promised this video a few weeks ago, and so I'm finally getting around to filming it. But yeah, I asked for some questions on Instagram and here we are. So yes, I have 25 plus plants. I would say that I have a green thumb, especially to have that many plants. I've collected a lot even during this quarantine or COVID or whatnot, and so I have taken my love for plants to a whole nother level. Yeah, so I'm gonna share my actual plants that I have all around my apartment. And some of the names I forgot and can't pronounce half of them, but I'll make sure to leave the names in the description box as best I can. But yeah, I have always had a love for plants. When I was younger, my grandmother bought me a cacti plant, a little small one that would sit in her windowsill. It lived for a very long time. It probably got up to 25 years old. Like, that's how long it lived. And I think ever since then I've always been into cacti. Like, I love the cactus plant. Like, it's my favorite out of all the plants that I do have. So yeah, I feel like it gives me really good energy. Honestly, there are statistics out there that tell you that plants clean the air. So it's good to have them in your house or your apartment or whatever. It helps, you know, get rid of stress. And I just feel good when I'm around my plants. So definitely check out my blog post. I did a blog post on beginner plants or plants for beginners. So just go to whatwoulddarriawear.com to check that out. I'll also link it in the description. But yeah, we'll get into the questions that I got from you guys on Instagram, and then we'll go from there. So some of these questions were kind of weird. I don't have any outside plant advice, I would tell you that. All I have is indoor plants. I don't have a balcony or anything like that, so I can't give you any advice on outdoor plants, unfortunately. So yeah. Let's see. I will shout out Darren. He has a plant company, a plant delivery company here in LA. So if you're in Los Angeles and you're looking for a Black-owned plant nursery delivery service, he does contactless delivery. It's Leafy Green Creation. I'll make sure to put his information in the description box as well, so you can check him out. But I will say that I've been learning over time about plants and how to love on and nurture my own plants. Every plant is different. I can't really give you all of the specifics on your plants. So I did get a lot of questions like, what does it mean if my plant has yellow and holes? All I can tell you is from my experience with my plants. So the majority of my plants, I immediately repot them as soon as I get them, with the exception of a few. Obviously my cacti plants, I do not repot them, because how am I going to repot a cacti? I'm just not dealing with trying to get stuck in my hand from the, you know, yeah, I'm just not doing that. So anyways, I usually, for my cacti plants, I usually just put the actual pot that it came in into the pot that I want them to be in. But the majority of all of my other plants, I don't like the pots or the plastic pots they come in, so I always go ahead and repot them immediately. Unless I don't have a pot for them yet. I recommend not repotting them a ton of times, because plants can definitely go into shock and they will revolt. Okay, they really will act a fool. Honestly, a lot of plants are finicky, so you just want to proceed with caution. Let's see. The best places to buy plants. I get my plants from just about anywhere. I obviously, Home Depot, I've gone there. I mean, that's just normal. I haven't been there in a minute, but Home Depot, Lowe's, Walmart's really good. Aldi, I get really cheap cute plants from Aldi. Trader Joe's. Who else? Grocery stores. I mean, I wouldn't discriminate, honestly. You can get a lot of like really good price ones at Walmart for sure, but grocery stores too. So yeah, that's where I usually get mine. But I also, again, I have Darren. He delivers my plants. I get plants from him. His prices are really good if you're in the LA area. And there are some that I know of in Charlotte, and I'll try to link those, not link them, but let you know the names of those nurseries that I know of in Charlotte if you live in North Carolina. Let's see, where do you start? I've never had a plant ever, so what's an easy plant that I can't kill? In my blog post, I talk about the plants that are easy for beginners. I would say succulents, cacti, snake plants. What's another good plant? I feel like prayer plants are really good too, because I haven't really had to do much with my prayer plant. I don't know if it's just my apartment, but they pretty much grow really good. But those would be the top three: succulents, cacti, and the snake plant. So yeah. What's the best way to water plants? I bought like a watering can from Target, and then I also have a spray bottle, like a hairspray bottle, the continuous spray. I got that from Amazon. So I mix them every other day, and then I kind of mentally keep track of, you know, how or when I've watered each plant, because it's different. Some don't need as much watering as the others, but some, like my Spath Sensation, has to be watered every 3 days or she'll start to droop. So yeah, you just kind of have to keep mental track of it. There is an app that you can use that can kind of help tell you when to water your plants based on when you water them. So I'll share that as well. Fiddle leaf fig. I've heard that fiddle leaves are very finicky. Mine has been chill. I water her maybe every other week. I don't really do much. If it's dying, honestly, I would just do some research. The best thing you can do is Google it or watch some videos on that specific plant. You know, how to care for a fiddle leaf fig, or Googling what's going on with your fiddle leaf fig. Like, fiddle leaf fig leaves are turning brown, fiddle leaf fig is dying, how to revive a fiddle leaf fig, or whatever plant it is. I would definitely Google it, because they're, you know, you just would want to try a few ways before you get rid of the actual plant. There's one plant that I would say to stay away from, and it's a Majesty Palm. I would stay away from that plant because it's not an indoor plant. I don't know if it's even an outdoor plant, but it damn sure isn't an indoor plant. And I had not a terrible experience, but I only spent like $17 on it from Lowe's or whatever. Got it home. She just immediately, well, I think I trimmed, I did something, but it wasn't anything drastic. You know, like I just went ahead and repotted her, and the next thing I know, she starts turning brown on all of her leaves. I tried to trim off the brown. It just literally just died on me, and I know for a fact that they're just not good plants for indoors, because it's it's like a tropical plant, so it needs to be, I feel like it needs to be outside. Neither here nor there. I would stay away from the Majesty Palm. My favorite plant, I said that at the beginning, is the cacti. I love my Spath Sensation. Let's see. Best soil. Right now, to be totally honest, I'm using Miracle Grow, and I know I've heard a lot of people don't have good experience with Miracle Grow, but it's been working. I usually do, for all of my plants, I'll do Miracle Grow, the tropical succulent palms, that's the one that I'll use. It's for the tropical plants, and I haven't had any issues, honestly. But I am gonna move over to using a different type of soil. I don't know what brand yet, but you know, if it ain't broke, don't fix. You know, wait, yeah, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I'm just like, you know, for my newer plants, I'll probably move over to, which Lord knows I don't need any more plants, but for my newer plants, I might switch over to a new soil. But for now, they're working with that Miracle-Gro. Bugs, I know that's a big thing because even with all these plants, you would think I would have bugs. I don't. I think at one point I was starting to get like little gnats, but immediately I started to use my neem oil. I thought I grabbed it, but I didn't. Let me grab it, hold on. Okay, so here is my neem oil. It is the Safer brand neem oil. I got it from Lowe's. It's usually about $10, but you can get it off of Amazon, but I just ordered it to pick it up in the store, but you can go grab it. This is the best brand. I use it and have been buying more bottles. Honestly, I don't have any bug issues, but I will go through and spray just to make sure there's no larvae or anything in the soil, because that's the biggest thing. Bugs come from the soil. They start to grow in the soil, and so to keep them from growing and sprouting, I'm always spraying them to make sure I don't have any bugs. I don't got time for bugs. I'm telling you, I will throw out a plant before I have a ton of bugs in here. I don't like bugs. So yeah, that is my key item that I use to keep bugs away. If you have a bug problem, you may want to look into repotting, getting rid of that soil that it's in, because I'm pretty sure there's larvae in the actual soil, and you don't want that. Sometimes the spray doesn't work, something's going on in the soil. You definitely would want to repot it. Maybe use some rocks, some sand. Sand is good, but do some research on it. All of those things are out there. Pinterest is a really good resource for plants and plant issues. It's my go-to. Some other tools that I use is this plant shine that's also Miracle-Gro. I haven't used it in a minute because I think all of my plants are pretty much shiny, okay? But if you want to give it some plant shine, you could always get this. It's only like I think $5. I got it from Amazon. Of course, I've heard of other natural ways you can do that. I do not like mayonnaise, so I'm damn sure not gonna buy none to put on my plants. So that's on you. You can use what is that other thing? Coconut oil. I heard people use that, but I just bought the plant shine. It didn't do anything to my plants. They're still alive. Don't go overboard, but you know, get it shiny as you want and then move on. But those are options as well. Mayonnaise and coconut oil. Boom. So I told you guys about my watering can. This is my watering can that I got from Target. I think she was like 20 bucks. I just liked it because it was gold. It's super cute. I use that to water my plants. And then here is my continuous spray bottle. I got this from Amazon. It's really good if you want to mist your plants, give them a little, you know, a little refresher, a little facial. That's literally what it is. And then I got this. It's like a thermometer. It kind of tells you if your plant is dry, if it's moist, if it's wet. What else? If it's in dark or light. But it's really good. You just stick it in the top layer of the soil. This was like maybe under $20. Not bad. I was actually waiting for this other one to come back in stock, but I got this from Amazon. I'll make sure to link it so you can grab one for your plants. It's definitely helpful if you want to see if your plant is dry and you need to water it. How often do you repot? I only repot when I first get it, for the most part, unless something's going on, which I haven't had to. So yeah. Are all good pots? Are all pots good pots? I kind of go for the aesthetic as far as when it comes to my pots. I go for what will match my decor and things like that. But if your plant, once you do research on a plant that you want to purchase, I would see if it requires drainage, because some plants need that, you know, that it needs to have some drainage holes at the bottom, so you want to be very cognizant of that. Most of my plants are pretty good, and you also would want to get soil that is good draining soil, but outside of that, for the most part, unless your plant calls for drainage holes, then you would want to make sure that you have a plant that has draining holes. So yes. Let's see. Somebody brought up, how do I revive my Majesty Palm? Girl, get rid of it. Does it make your plant, do plants make your place smell damp? No. No, they don't. I'm just being honest. I don't have any issues with smells. The neem oil has a weird smell, but after, like, I keep my windows open, so I get a draft in here and it gets rid of that smell after a while. So one more question that I got is like, why do my plant leaves look chewed up, and what do I do when your leaves are turning yellow? As I stated earlier in the video, it's best to always look up the plant name that you're referring to, and see what to do for that specific plant. Most times, the general rule of thumb for browning or yellowing leaves is that either you're overwatering it or you're underwatering it. You're not watering it enough. And you are the only person that would know how you're watering your plant. So, for example, my Kentia Palm is going through something right now, but I'm still trying to learn her. So I don't think I've overwatered her. I think I might be underwatering her only because I'm scared to overwater her. So I'm like literally trying to learn her. But I think at some point you might want to consult with an expert. I've definitely reached out to people, I think at the Sill, in their DMs. I'll reach out to Darren over at Leafy Green. Just reaching out to people who I know plants that can kind of guide me. Other than that, I usually Google it and try and figure it out. But I think those are the best ways to figure out what's going on with your specific plant. I'm not an expert. I only know about my experience that I have with plants. So yeah, I think that is all I can really share. I literally water my plants as best I can. They're all on a different schedule. You just have to figure out what exactly your plant needs. But yeah, I shared all my tools that I use, the neem oil, my watering can, my continuous spray bottle. Oh yes, one other thing, these water globes. I've heard they're really good. I've used them. They are, because they kind of like release water into your plant. If you're not, like, say if you're going out of town, I think these are good if you're going out of town. If you're all, you know, if you're home, why not just water them? I don't really see the point of using these unless you're going to be gone for a few days and you can't get someone to come over and water your plants. But I got these water globes from Amazon. I think they were like 10 bucks. I got like 3. So that's an option. But yeah, the last part of this video will be me sharing all of the plants that I have in my apartment, and I'm trying to list them off as I'm going through them. But again, I'll drop them in the description box for you. But yeah, stay tuned for my plant show. All right, so we are going to go through all of my plants, well, the majority of them, because I have big and small, honestly. This is my Spath Sensation. Her name is Daria. I named her Daria recently. A lot of my plants that I've gotten, I haven't named them yet because I'm trying to learn their personality. But yeah, this is my Spath Sensation. And I named her Daria because she needs to be watered every 3 days. She's very needy sometimes, but she's beautiful. Usually once I water her, she perks right back up. She literally started drooping this morning. So yeah, I have to speak life into her, and so I needed to speak life in myself. So that's why I named her Daria. Then I have my Regal Shield Alocasia. Honestly, these names for plants are insane. But yeah, we just rock with it. She's beautiful. I got a new leaf coming in here. She's just as needy. He or she is just as needy as my Spath Sensation, but they're probably my two favorite plants. We gotta whisper. But yeah, beautiful. Here is my Fiddle Leaf. Gotta be careful. Yeah, a lot of new leaves that came in since Darren got me this. It's really, really pretty. I'm thinking I'm gonna have to move it into a new pot so that it can grow taller, because I want it to get really tall, and I feel like it just needs to be moved into another pot. This is my prayer plant. I've heard that they are very finicky, but mine is doing really, really well. Super pretty. At night, the leaves stand straight up, and then during the day, they fall back down. It's moving up, honestly, because it's getting late, but tomorrow during the day in the morning, they'll fall back down. So yeah, let's move over to my other set of plants. Okay, here is one of my biggest Monstera plants. When I got her from, where did I get her from? I got this from the Melrose Trading Post here in LA that they usually have on Sundays. And she definitely was not this big, but she has grown out. I've moved her into a new pot because she is growing out of control, like really, really tall. This is a new plant that I just got, a new cacti plant. Really, really cute. It's gonna go in my room with my other cacti plant that I just got, my 5-gallon chocolate something. But yeah, I wanted one like this. I don't know the name of it. So here's some more cacti. Sorry, I have on my humidifier, giving them some life. Here's my snake plant. And this is another plant that I got from Walmart. I don't know the name of this one. I'm not a plant like expert at all. I love plants, and so I collect them, love on them, nurture them. All right, so that's my second set of plants, and then let's move on over. Okay, as you can see, I have a few plants on my windowsill, baby cacti, cacti candle that has turned a different color from sitting in the window. And then I'm propagating my Monstera, so I'm waiting on that to root. Got this plant from Walmart. I forgot what the name of it is. What I'll do is I'll put the names of the plants as best I can in the description. Here is a baby bird of paradise. She's so pretty. Got her from Aldi for $7.99. She's growing really well. These leaves weren't that big. And then here is my other bird of paradise. That's the first plant that I got from Melrose Trading Post. And she's actually growing a new leaf, which I'm happy about because it's been a minute. More cacti here. This limb actually fell off or broke. Well, no, I'm lying. It got root rot, so I had to cut it out, let it sit for like a week with some cinnamon on it, and then I repotted it, and she's back in business. This was like late last year. This is another Monstera here. She's growing out of control right here, but I love it. I got her from Trader Joe's. And then I have a Yucca plant that I got from Walmart for like under $20. I think it was like $16. Really good price. Okay, moving right along. This is my Kentia Palm that I recently got. Still trying to learn her. She's doing something weird. Honestly, I watched videos on this plant and they said to not bother it as much, don't water it as much, but I'm still trying to learn her, honestly. This is a bird's nest fern, and Super pretty. I love how shiny she is. I just got her as well. And I have some aloe. Got some aloe. Look at this beauty. I had to trim some leaves, get rid of some dead stuff, but she's still growing. I have this one in my room as well. And then there's this beauty, 5-gallon. She is a beauty. Oh my gosh. All right, so this is my money tree. I got her from either Home Depot or Lowe's a few months back. And then this is my pothos. She chills. She doesn't like to be bothered. I hope that she'll start to like grow and fall down a little bit, but she's chilling. So I appreciate you guys sticking around and, you know, listening to my plant rant. Yeah, if you want more videos like this, make sure you subscribe, hit the bell so you'll get a notification every time I post a video. And I'm pretty sure I'll be back with some type of video, fashion, beauty, whatever. But thanks again. See ya.
Finally, it's happened to me.